whether you were the Yorkist White Rose or the Lancastrian Red Rose, if you had the Earl of Warwick on your side, you were winning the Wars of the Roses. What a big tower. That smells like the Wicker Man pre-show. Starting to feel slightly uncomfortable. And it's telling you to get lost. Maybe they don't want us to go in. Today we're coming to check out the Earl of Warwick's home, Warwick Castle. So we've just come in through the entrance and straight away you can see what a big tower. The brand new Zog's play area is literally as soon as you come in through the entrance, which has been spotted by Elijah and Gabriel already, who have already expressed a great desire to go and play in the play area. But we're going to have a little walk around the castle first and see what it's all about. Here's Zog here. If you know the Zog story, Julia Donaldson.
A year went by, and in year 2, the dragons learned to roar.
All about dragon school, learning to fly and roar and breathe fire and capture princesses and fight knights. And then they turn into the Flying Doctors. Elijah's loving Zog right now. It's Zog! Yeah, Zog! The Earl of Warwick featured very heavily in the Wars of the Roses. He was known as Warwick the Kingmaker because whichever side he happened to be on was the side that would eventually become the reigning house. The two houses involved, of course, were the House of Lancaster with the Henrys and the House of York with Edward and Richard. So let's find out what this fantastic historic castle has to tell us about the Wars of the Roses. There's a lovely maze as well to be seen. Elijah has spotted the castle. Bug! Where is it? Castle! Castle! Elijah's really excited by this castle. There's a maze here as well, and lots of other bits to take in and do. So let's go and investigate Warwick Castle. So we're just going to come down here first of all and into the jail. This is indicated on the map as the entrance, but as you can see, I don't think this entrance is particularly used anymore. So you're coming through this way, I believe. Richard Neville, Earl of Warwick, was the main player in the Wars of the Roses, and who essentially won the Wars of the Roses for Edward of York, who eventually became Edward IV.
What a day! My master, Richard Neville, Earl of Warwick.
It tells the story of Richard Neville's final night before his final battle. To begin with, in 1449, at the age of 21, Richard inherits the castle and the Beecham family fortune. Combined with his father's estates, this made Richard more powerful than the King of England. It's about to get very confusing because we have two Kings of England. It's the Wars of the Roses. There's the Red Rose of Lancaster with King Henry VI, Richard Neville's cousin, and the White Rose of York with King Edward IV, who is also Richard Neville's cousin. The truth, this has nothing to do with roses. They were added in by William Shakespeare in his plays. It is actually the Cousins' War. People like Thomas Beecham had loads of children, so loads of people have a claim to the English throne. Richard Neville is a puppet master. He tried to control Henry VI until Henry started taking away Richard's land and money. So he swapped sides. In March of 1461, Richard Neville walks into London with his 18-year-old cousin, Edward, who he personally crowns as King Edward IV. He's awarded the seat as his advisor, Edward's right-hand man, until Edward IV starts taking away Richard's land and money. So he swaps sides again. He captures Edward IV in 1469, drags him here to Warwick, and locks him up, we think, in the top of Caesar's Tower for about 1 week. After that week, Richard marches into London, frees Henry VI from the Tower of London, apologises, and gives him back his crown, hence his nickname of Kingmaker. Meanwhile, Edward IV chases Richard Neville off to France, marches into our Great Hall, and once again crowns himself King Edward IV. But not for long. Richard returns from France with a French army, and he meets Edward IV in the Battle of Barnet, early Easter Sunday morning, 1471. The battlefield is littered in a thick, heavy fog, and Richard made a huge mistake. He thought it's a brilliant idea to split his army in half. He sent the first half charging blindly into the fog. They completely missed Edward's soldiers, turned around, and started charging back.
So the next part of the castle we're going to investigate is through this door, which eventually takes you up, right up to the top of what appears to be the tallest tower, but as we've found out is actually the second tallest tower. Because it's built on a hill, it looks taller, but actually the tower, the opposite side of the castle to it, is actually taller, but because it sinks lower right down to the river level, actually appears significantly shorter. There are over 500 steps to the top of the tower. We will endeavour to get up as high as we can, and I'll try and get you some views from up at the top, so join me as we climb. So the first set of steps, a very steep spiral staircase, has brought us up to the battlements up here, with some amazing views of the grounds below. See if I can show you that. What would be the defensive ditch down here, and these are all the grounds that were claimed by more recent Earls of Warwick, solely for the purpose of building their gardens.
They mistook the other half of their own army for the enemy. Brother is fighting brother, cousin is killing cousin, until the fog finally lifts and they realise what they are doing. They accuse each other of treachery and run away, leaving Richard wandering the battlefield completely alone. He is captured by Edward's soldiers, who are given the order to take him alive. They don't listen. They tackle him to the ground and they kill him on the spot. After his death, the Kingmaker's daughter, another Anne, is married off to Edward IV's brother, another Richard. You may have heard of him, King Richard III. He becomes the King of England in 1480.
Yeah, I'm really actually starting to get quite anxious. Heights is one of my big anxiety issues, but as you can see, we have climbed significantly now, and I will try and go a bit higher. However, as I said, I am now starting to feel slightly uncomfortable.
And he starts construction on 2 towers on the other side of the courtyard, known as Bear and Clarence. You can't really see them because they are so short. Like Richard's reign, he only had 2 years. He was defeated in the Battle of Bosworth, 1485, killed by Henry Tudor, Henry VII. The Tudor family win the war, win the crown, and win the castle. And they hate the place, all because of those 2 stumpy towers. This is a grim reminder of their mortal enemy, Richard III. So Warwick was nearly demolished. Thankfully, the castle was given a second chance with the Greville family.
So we're going to take the boys into Zog's playground now, which is a new addition to the castle here, based all around Julia Donaldson's story of Zog the dragon and his school days learning to be a dragon, and how he meets Princess Pearl and eventually becomes the transport of a flying doctor arrangement with Sir Gadabout the Great. Very, very nice looking little play area, this one. Very well themed. So the next thing we're going to do is take in the Horrible Histories maze, and it's telling you to get lost. Maybe they don't want us to go in. So let's do what the sign says and get lost in the maze. Oi, you, get back up that chimney. Oh, that's cool. You collect stamps as you go around.
Let's go the other side.
Off with his head. So we've been around and collected up all the stamps for all the different time periods. Now we've got to find our way out.
Leaving it to Gabe.
And we're leaving that to Gabriel. So we could be sometime.
See you next year, guys.
I'll catch you in the 2024 season.
Wow, what a relief.
Go on then.
History's back in the right order. Thank you.
Come in.
And no thanks to that.
We'll see you at the other end.
You haven't seen him, have you? In order. Lattice is back in
There
his
we go.
cage. Well done, everyone.
Good boy. Right under.
Thank you, everyone.
Under.
History is
Under.
back in order.
Over.
Well done.
Oh,
for
shut up
listening
then,
to
shall I?
Western History.
It's Elijah. Elijah does what Elijah wants.
Yeah, but it's more difficult.
And that's why he wants to do it that way.
Thank goodness, history's
You
back in
did
order.
it. Come on then.
Good job. Thanks.
Oh dear. Oh. Under's easier, isn't it? That's it. No, come
Well,
under.
thank you, everyone. Well done for not getting lost in history.
That's it, and over. No, over. I'm over the top. Over the top.
Thank goodness for that. History's back.
Yay!
Yay!
So Gabriel has led us successfully out of the maze. So we are going to go and have a quick second look around the gift shop, pick up some pins, and I have got my eye on one of those goblets. I've got to be honest, they are calling. And then we'll probably be making our way home. Got quite a long trip ahead of us back to Hertfordshire, so just go and grab the bits we want and then probably hit the road. It's quite a nice collection of gifts in here. Pin badges. I'll certainly be grabbing at least one of those later on. They've got Warwick Castle, House of Lancaster, House of York, and various other coats of arms. I'm also quite taken by these. You've got the Crusader goblets, sword tankards, medieval goblets, knight medieval goblets, Warwick Castle goblets, as well as mugs, Merlin annual pass holder merch. And in here you've got mead tasting, which was the drink of choice of the Middle Ages, and Karen's discovered her favourite section, which is the wine collection. So that's the end of our day here at Warwick Castle. It's been a really good day. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. Gabriel's got himself a little crossbow to celebrate. Have you had a good day?
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun, hasn't it? Something a bit different to a theme park, yeah, we've really enjoyed our day. I've come away with pin badges, more to add to the collection, which is great, and a lovely little Warwick Castle goblet as well, to add to my mugs and cups and various other memorabilia collection. So until next time, and I see you in the next vlog, look after yourself and see you soon. Cheers.